Ya, pertarungan panas perebutan sabuk WBO lawan Okolie asal Inggris yang merupakan sang juara bertahan, tinggi, panjang, dan terkenal dengan pukulan kanan mematikan.
But David's doing very well and very proud of him so far.
What have you made of Lawrence's performance?
Down the third part, he's still going strong.
Good to see it.
You see the sweat flying his legs.
Melawan David Ling, penantang tak terkalahkan dari Selandia Baru, datang dengan percaya diri dan misi merampas sabuk dunia. Tanggal 25 Maret 2023.
OTA, defending champion Lawrence Okolie in that red flaming shorts in the blue.
Memasuki ronde pertama, Okolie langsung menjaga jarak dengan jab panjang. David mencoba masuk tapi terus dipukul mundur. Kotor penuh dari sang juara.
Set that right hand upstairs after.
Defended since then against Dylan Prasovic, right to the body was something that worked really well against Sislak on points, which was a little bit messy at times, but a year ago, like just trying to touch it. And he's been out of the ring since then.
Yeah, light here
was a decent looking shot.
A bit closer to Okolie. A little bit scrappy at the moment. But it's where he's having a little bit of success.
Alarmingly low, David Light. His power has been his poison, just pushing him back into the ropes. We know how he's going to get the better of it. He can. And they're looking to bomb over the top with the rock. It's attracted a lot of criticism because it's not the greatest thing.
He wants to be up close. Close is safe for him. You know, he's at the end of those right hands. He's went with the shorter arms. He'll be able to get some.
Just about reached with his own. A little bit clumsy as he looked to try and line up that right hand target. There was really nothing left. And again there, it just.
It was a fast start from Okolie, working the body.
Memasuki ronde kedua, Okolie makin agresif. Beberapa pukulan kanan keras mendarat ke kepala David. Penantang mencoba mencuri poin dengan kombinasi cepat, tapi serangan Okolie lebih jelas terlihat.
Years have taught big men to fight. George at times is finding his you'd say he's in a good. Keeping that gap and finding that biting point. Now launch that right hand from a bit too far back, loses balance, end up.
When they're that long, they can work against you. So when the guy gets, he's big, he's tall for the cruiserweight. More further as it can go, it comes in neat and tidy shots together. Where
punching with that right hand,
like Nurse at that point.
Okolie, he's effective at long distance. Long range, if he can catch you, keep you on the end of that jab, and almost impossible for him to be effective.
Angles and sometimes switches with him now with Sugar Hill from both hands into that big right hand or that big whiffy left hook
from Okolie, taking on the gloves mainly from Light, but it's been difficult for Light to get inside, but it had. Just circling around him.
To his right a lot as well, Okolie, and that's forcing Light to move to his right. And then he's measuring him with that lead hand and then chopping the right hand over.
Working over here, working there. He's starting to get a rhythm today. Don't even worry about up here. You might throw 10 down here, maybe only 2 up there.
Memasuki ronde ketiga, David mulai menemukan ritme, masuk dengan tekan, namun Okolie memeluk di jarak dekat dan memutuskan momentum. Wasit beberapa kali memperingatkan.
Don't even worry about punching up to the head. That was in between rounds. That right to the body is there.
This round, Okolie shortened his stride a little bit.
You can see his point.
He's even brought it round into an arcing sort of hook.
Okolie just leaning down on advantage to bear. He did lean for Okolie because once he brings that weight down on top, very vocal reaction from Isaac Peach for him really to get to Okolie, for all immensely physically strong midway through. He's not having too much success here.
Lose the distance, doesn't want to get caught coming in slow. He can actually get his hands off and maybe have some success. Pace, take the center of the ring and try and back.
Tight there, didn't quite land it.
Hill told him in the corner a round or so ago.
quite as effective in this third round. He's still bossing things in there.
Memasuki ronde keempat, Okolie melancarkan 2 pukulan kanan yang terlihat mengganggu David. David tetap keras kepala, maju terus tanpa takut.
That's fair to say, but that point onwards, it's amazing what in terms of how many fights they'd had as off the back of 22. Reason that there is still a lot more to know. Never going to be the kind of fighter, George,
Who really do that very well. That's something that I think
more to occupy his opponent and find his range.
get fighters, respect, like a commitment thing or even a mindset thing. He's got the power there. He's got power in both hands. He loads his legs.
Jab, but I'm like you. I'd like to see him jab more, doesn't he? Because we know he's got the power of the
Right hand off. But the truth is, you just panic them into a position.
fit in.
Well, some fighters think that if they throw an authoritative side of Light's guard,
Into the final minutes of round 4. Full out, but came in over the shoulder as he's not been hit particularly clean. That one long right, decent, heavier looking jab from Okolie, blocked by the glow at times. But having said that, he's and the right into the body.
I think he's just telegraphing the right hand a little bit. Likes to be things up a little bit. Disguise that right hand.
Okay, let's go down ringside.
Memasuki ronde kelima, David mulai mencetak poin lewat kombinasi jab dan hook. Tapi Okolie tetap unggul dengan pukulan power yang lebih efektif.
And goes down to the stomach with it this time. Okolie just looking to try and you're seeing it so far, and that's really distance. He's done it with some effect at times. Light as to do any damage.
and he's winning the rounds comfortably enough, but he's not quite
Where without any particular problem.
for something. Like he's back marching forward. Put him up so that he can step in with his 1-2 like that out.
As you say, he's they've not been together very long. It's a work in progress. What David Light would want, that would maybe give him more of a chance. Like a lot, isn't he? And I just wonder.
Jab, right hand to the body, right hook to the head. That was a nice hook. Like then, walking him onto a lead left, close the gap, and then sort of try and make it into a bit of a maul.
With that. That was a good shot from Okolie.
Maybe Light making a mistake, and then Okolie catch.
Just lassos in off the angle and is.
I think it's going to be a case rather than Okolie.
Hitting his hand hard, touching here, touch him on the hand, push his hands.
Memasuki ronde ke-6, Okolie mengubah strategi banyak chase, lalu melepaskan pukulan kanan begitu jarak terbuka. David tetap mencoba menekan, tapi belum berhasil membuat Okolie goyah.
Sit up a little bit, go head, body, bang. Yeah, I think Okolie's, that's when Okolie can make him pay. He's losing all the rounds here. Okolie's bagging the rounds.
Well, I wouldn't pour it in with the left hand because that just suits like Sugar Hill in the corner for Okolie. Did say just have something a little bit sharper. Keep the guy getting if there isn't kind of anything on it.
Knockouts, and when you're in against somebody that way stage here, because of that power that he carries, boxing really closely, you might not be aware of David Light. So mentioned throughout the course of the evening, he's here on merit. For people just to expect that he's going to win by stopping doing it. He's got that one-punch power to suggest at any stage it doesn't happen very often.
Yeah, I think with
Rounds.
frustrating. Okolie can afford to be patient. The right hand's one thing, but it's also frustrating. Like he's getting, time's running out for David Light. So it's actually, he's the one who.
I just thought every once in a while, let a quick 1-2 go. Just get the feet of this ball.
Memasuki ronde ke-7, tekanan makin kuat dari Okolie. Pukulan kanan bersih mengenai David dan membuatnya mundur. David tetap bertahan, menunjukkan mental baja.
David, he will have to take a few more risks. The referee just, and in the second half of the fight, for that reason, if Light, that looks a little bit low. There's though from Okolie, who goes down to the. And gets through there on the inside from Light, but Okolie had from distance there, Okolie, and follows it. Gone, he touched the body with the left and then cut that time, Okolie. Haven't seen. Williams is going to have a word here.
A bit of a scrappy round. I think Light struggling. Catching up on him a bit. And they are getting a little bit.
And again he complains about the low blow.
Memasuki ronde ke-8, David mendapatkan beberapa momen bagus. Hook kiri mendarat, membuat penonton bersorak. Namun Okolie tetap dominan secara fisik dan kekuatan pukulan.
Right hand cocks and ready to go. Jab earlier, it would be great to get people how to fight that optimal big man fight. Something that they can bring out the correct distance. Feet always underneath. By the time Emmanuel Stewart and Akron got through with him for being boring and mechanical, the tip of that with him, they couldn't get inside that. How to do it?
Bang that jab in, double up on it as well. Snap Okolie, stamp that jab in, and then you've got more chance then of disguising the right hand. You know, it's a bit, likely of landing that straight right hand, hooking off that jab. Then he's going to be preoccupied. A little bit too predictable here now, I think, for Okolie. He's got to.
He has landed some sharp fight against Brandon Glanton, but there isn't much footage. We were told in the boys just cracking together on the inside there. He's a tough fighter, a durable guy, and he's.
It's a nice jab.
Memasuki ronde ke-9, Okolie kembali menemukan ritme, jab keras, dan overhead ring membuat David terlihat tertekan. Sang penantang mulai mengalami pembekakan di wajah.
It's just a question of whether he can really go up knockdowns. Pretty soon he will need risks at this stage, George, because what he's doing is
Second half of the fight. So from the outer range,
it's just not really having too much of an effect.
to get the jab off, get the right hand off, try and close the distance, walking onto a shot. From Okolie, a little bit quicker, but that change of pace as well is needed. Just an ends fight in his favour. Relaxed style, but it's the hand speed that generally.
He has been out of the ring for at any stage of a career, but particularly when you're looking to, again, last February got out and
tougher, and then you feel that in the later.
Since then, which would have been good result of that lead left, final few seconds, and it did have an impact. We did see that head just jolt back.
Sort of toned down a bit, but he's still going strong. Boyd getting hurt, but David's doing very well and very proud of him so far.
What have you made of Lawrence's performance? Ringside, and he is with Joseph Parker. Joseph, you said in the...
Memasuki ronde ke-10, pukulan kanan Okolie kembali masuk telak. David menunjukkan hati petarung, terus maju walaupun menerima pukulan bersih.
They're still there.
But he's open for a few seconds, but he's managed to get himself back up tall. There's only been one out.
No, he done well. He took that, absorbed.
Hands up. He had his wits about him. There's still speed around the canvas, but that was round 10, and this has been a punishing one for his whiskers. Okolie looking.
Yeah, it's kind of a breakthrough for Okolie too, predictable with it and disguise that right hand, and he can get through with the right hand, so he's just got to get...
Trying to set it up. Back in the room, and Okolie maybe the right hand to the body again,
Just moving in behind the jab, and there goes the bell, and
teed backwards, and you know, he really piled up the pressure here, and they took off. See him there.
Memasuki ronde ke-11, pertarungan makin berat bagi David. Okolie mengontrol penuh, tetapi belum bisa menjatuhkan lawannya. Stamina David luar biasa.
And then just shooting that right hand through Sweek or so. Sugar Hill and Lawrence Okolie. That's basically exactly what that was. Shot it down the middle, tapping with the left, banging with the right. Just hitting or go for broke. Hoping that Okolie managed to soak it up.
Try and land something substantial.
Okolie just leading, walking him back to the ropes on the far side, and Lawrence himself. Light is not going to, that he may as well just keep working consecutive right hands, and it's probably not going to happen. There's something utterly reckless towards the end here. He is losing a point though. Bob Williams has spoken and tying him up on the inside. That's something that from Okolie, and Light just staggers in. Hear that just echoing all around ringside. One more time, climbing into that lead left hand. This is pretty remarkable from Division. You can get hit much harder than the speed and never really look like going down.
Yeah, just nails him with a
lead left hand. He barely touched with it, but it was close enough, wasn't it?
He shot a great chin hit, but you can see the sweat flying. His legs were gone there, but he didn't get that.
Memasuki ronde ke-12, ronde terakhir, David mencoba menyerang habis-habisan, tapi Okolie terlalu tenang dan cerdas. Sang juara menutup ronde dengan kombinasi tegas dan kontrol penuh.
Protraction in the right shoulder. Generates Okolie can find that punch in his wrist there. He's starting to arc that David Light.
One thing that's probably got something to really work from now, but you know, also time in the ring with.
Well, it's time for Sugar Hill. We've been rounds of seeing how much he can absorb, how much he can impact.
In the latter part of the year. No, exactly. They've had like a.
On Light's record, and on the agreed, I don't think they'll be unhappy with this. I don't think they just expect to all over. But when you've got pounds here, Light is the mandatory challenge. Very, very solid, but again, plenty of them. Started for Okolie as a pro at the match. And on his pro debut and produced a pretty spectacular knockout. He wasn't able to do it tonight. Level. It's been wins all the way, so particularly with the new trainer in the corner.
Hasil akhir, lawan ranca Okolie menang angka mutlak, unanimous decision. Pertarungan keras, penuh challenge, penuh pukulan power. Okolie berhasil mempertahankan sabuk WBO, sementara David Ling menunjukkan ketangguhan luar biasa sepanjang ronde. Gimana menurut kalian tentang pertarungan ini? Tulis pendapat kalian di kolom komentar dan jangan lupa like, subscribe, dan nyalakan loncengnya supaya nggak ketinggalan ulasan tinju lainnya.